All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you some things. I know this has been up here and people are like, let's see if we can do this. I doubt it. Nope. It doesn't matter. You can see it, right? Okay, look, let me just hold this. Okay. I want you to screenshot that. And then you can, and look, here's the deal. Most people will run from this, but these are the elements. This is fire, earth, air, water. And from God, these all represent spirits. And if you tell me I'm stupid to anybody just catching on to this, okay, well, we've already proven that this is Al-Kul, and that's a spirit. And then, of course, this, sugars, is definitely, because see, Ahriman, which nobody knows about, represents dis-ease. That's two words. Because at one point in time, everybody's anatomy used to be at ease. It's not hard. Okay, now what we have is the word alchemical. Alright, al, and then chemical. Chemical represents your anatomy, and Al represents God. Al Bundy, Al Capone, Tim Allen. They love using that word right in front of you. Alcatraz. Because see, the prison within itself that you see actually represents the brain. Yeah, because see, y'all, everybody that's ignorant as shit is in it's occult imprisonment, which means hidden imprisonment. And so this whole alchemical table of symbols is the original. This is what it is right here. Okay, look, just for a second, gold. The symbol for gold is that. And whose logo is that? Target. And who pushed all the rainbow shit, like selling it, just like anything else that you pay money for, something that is an impulse. There it is. And people just can't put it together. And look, on this, you're going to, hopefully you've screenshotted it and you've split it. And now we're looking at it. You've got two entities right here. Okay? We're just going to say they're both griffins. We're just going to say that. I don't care what this one is. They're both griffins. This is a castle. Okay? And it's up on a huge structure. Even here it looks like it's melted. Even on what the Jesuits make. They made this. Evil people make truth and give it to you. Because they know that 70 hours of Disney a week are sports when you're young growing up. That throw that away. Hey, Google. That's Ahriman. Because the brain's at a dis-ease. It's not at ease. Okay? Okay, you're looking at yours. And see, the quintessence, which is right here. Alright? Just real quick. This is one of, what is this? Is this my 6th year? Possibly. You see that? That's an AA coin. That's funny. Because if you're a fuck up alcoholic, you're number one on the list right here on this alchemical table. Wonder why? Well, alcohol is going to fuck up the rest of the anatomy. Al-Kul. And then his buddy Ahriman, which they're all one, but they're not. Does that make sense? It should make sense. It should make complete sense, but people can't. They don't know how to put it together. and seeing all these loops like 10, like that, to you that's the number 4. It's not though. Look, all this and this, that's a cross right there. Listen, it's too much to get into. It's just like the, no, I don't want to get into it. But see, when you take this away from us, and then you put bullshit in there, and then you create careers around the bullshit, can you imagine studying the periodic table like religiously? The same way that stupid goy Ariman mind studies that shit for a career is the same mind that watched 70 hours of fucking Disney or 70 hours of cartoons a week as they're a child. Here you go, little baby, here. So they're already the weakest fucking human being ever. Now they've seen universities and structures with their occipital lobe, which is imagination, which should be looking up, and you don't. So the occipital lobe, when its imagination sees these cartoons and they're always going, that's sorcery. So it goes into there and it goes to your subconscious. You don't know that your fucking cerebrum, your consciousness, is the judge. So you got to send all the bullshit to here to judge it. And people don't because they're fucking Disney brains right there. Don't say nothing. Let's just go in here. That's a fucking sick, Ariman, disgusting spirit that is created in your youth. You know what I'm saying? And then we can tie in on how you just sit there and like going through school. The organs as children are growing, but you're sitting in a desk all day long. Well, what the fuck else do you think that creates? More diseases. It's insane. So now we got a shit brain of 70 hours a week or whatever it is. I'm making you graduate even though I don't know any fucking thing at all about who I am. At all. Ever. All I know is that I drink energy drinks in 9th grade and the school system lets me. 12 grades has to do with the 33 degrees of Saturnalia and the 12 steps of AA. And the fucking 12 jurors, that's the constellations, and the judge is Saturn. That's what it is. It's judging. Judging. Do you see what I mean? How man judges you now instead of you fucking judging your own shit. That's insane. In scripture it talks about moths in the attic or in the cellar. What is it? That's the cellar. That's the attic. The cloister, the claustrum, is the closet. And there's a secretion in there with the fluid in it, the potassium phosphate, caliphos. There's more caliphos in there, the gray pea matter, than there is with the rest of the 11 cell salts. And in order to build the brain fluid, you got to know this. But let me finish that. And down there, you've got walls around this. So now you've got this, and then there's us. There's the paganis, the pagans. That's me and you. We're the pagans, even though we're not. Pagans are really badass people. They called them pagans because, see, even if we run, these sons of bitches chase us and make us pay again. You're not going to run from us. That's what people say. The Roman Empire ain't real. Gematria doesn't lie. Satanic gematria does not lie. They tell us there's nothing hidden in this world. So we're going to challenge that bullshit statement of a childish statement that the world controllers say. So when somebody really challenges y'all shit, we already know you kill them. So apparently you're a fucking child. You can't just sit back and see what happens, can you? You like running that fucking mouth, bragging just like the goy do, and then you stoop down to goy mind consciousness and fucking commit the same mind crime as we do through your fucking pride. I have y'all's fucking balls by the fucking everything. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about too. Most people don't. You know, and listen, in the Supreme Court on both sides, there's two fasci. Okay, and that's one stick, and so the bundle of sticks is here, and it's going to be held together. Well, all those sticks represent power and strength, represents Roman slave authority, and those fucking, they're on both sides. So when each president speaks from the pulpit, they're in between huge symbol signification. And the average person ain't gonna be able to see it. Hell, the United Nations fucking building's like a huge snake. Y'all seen it. It's got the eyes. And truthfully, you've got a bird brain and a snake brain. You got the sympathetic nervous system in here that represents that. All the Egyptian hieroglyphs have to do with the zodiac. Everything that they've told us that has to do with Egypt is a fucking lie. And it's all zodiacal, and it all has to do with the anatomy. If I could draw a triangle right here, that's the pyramid, because the chambers in the pyramid represent the chambers, which would be your ventricles, especially the third ventricle going into the optic thalamus, where the pineal and pituitary are adjacent from each other. The paintings tell, that's how they talk to each other, these fucking losers. The painting with the guy holding his arm out and the other one's holding his arm out, well, that's the pineal and pituitary. It's just it. Look, this is a full-blown on the anatomy war. Oh, and Pride Month. We're going to raise awareness. Awareness goes into war. War is in the middle of a warness. It's insane. Come on, let's keep saying that word. Kids are baby goats. And where did the term kids originate from? Come on, fast foods. Yeah, and see that little bitty fucking child going through there and getting kids' meals with a little toy. Now they're out here running these huge fake slave corporations, running around saying, "Don't listen to man because I'm Orimon. See my money? Do you see my diseases that I've been doing and getting inside my whole life? You see me, I'm a fucking disgusting spirit that can't goddamn listen. Can't do it." That's them. So, you want true freedom, you're going to have to fucking fight the whole thing. You know, and truthfully, most of this, you know how hard it is? Look, this is just a fraction of what you got to learn when it comes to the zodiac, the 12 signs, the fucking rulers in each sign, the deacons, the bishops in each sign. You got to learn the salts, the colors, okay? Dude, look, to the average person, they're like, "That's all pretty," you fucking don't have a clue. Okay, if we know the vehicle, if you're a mechanic, then we can learn the brain better. This is the motor. There's the transmission. The alternator, I think, is going to be your optic thalamus. Yeah. The battery cables is the pineal and pituitary, positive and negative, blue and red, and they both come out. The claustrum, this secretion, this fluid that comes out of the claustrum, the closet, separates and goes into each pineal pituitary, one yellow, one white, positive and negative. And as it comes out of the brain, it's going to cross at the base of the medulla oblongata. And, we'll say these two wires. There's blue and red right there. So it's going to come out. And when those wires cross, what happens when wires cross? It creates more power. And you don't know that. And so the fluid that creates the power when it crosses is corrupt through what you eat and drink. And you learn it in the school and learn it by not looking up. Looking up at those lights charges everything in there. Check this out. You know what's in your brain? All those lights. Yeah. That's a circuit board. You're a battery. Okay? So what they did, this kind of shit right here is what creates the battery of God. Your periodic table that you have destroys it. It's just something you memorize in y'all's world. This is something you know. To know the lies and the deception that has been brought your way. generationally. Now, that's just something small I just wanted to share because most people don't have a clue about anything and they're just ignorant as shit. Okay? Now, a lot of these symbols. Now, I don't want you to look for that one. I want you to look for this one. Shit, I can't even draw it upside down. Let's see. There we go. Your homework today is this. I want you to find as many pentagrams with the point down. Not like this, like this. I can give you every fucking book there is of major sorcerers and people who have done some serious shit. And they all say to stay away from that. And the triangle with the point down. Stay away from that. And what is that shit? It's everywhere. Real quick, there's a in the Secret Doctrine, Blavatsky talks about a ritual that a queen does. There's some power fixing to be transferred and they didn't want it transferred, yada, yada, yada. So they did a sacrifice, a baby one. And they had a black and a white wafer. However, they got the baby, and it had to have been a white baby, pure, beautiful, clean baby, prepped up. And then in the event of this sacrifice, they severed the head of it and put it on the black wafer and then did their spells and incantations and stuff. And then something did come out of its mouth. Something spoke. Dead. Now this ain't make-believe. But it didn't complete the ritual. It didn't work. But they still pulled a demon through the dead baby. And it's like, okay, Matt, 70 hours of Disney a week, you fucking dumb Ahrimanic being. Go on, get out of here. And the only way to see it is to override what you have programmed from youth. You got to keep listening to lectures. You got to keep listening to shit you don't want to listen to. Because your brain is the biggest sensitive vagina ever now. It's more sensitive than all women's vaginas. Doesn't matter who you are. From the environment you've been raised in, which is full-blown. Was you designed to go sit down every night, eat pills, and then look at people and go, don't you listen to Matt. Let's go right back inside. Yeah, this is good. Here, we bought some Skechers, Matt. We're so fucking out of shape now. Now I don't have to bend over. You're going to be dead in 3 years. That's why they're pushing Skechers, because it's not sketchy. That's what they do. They love killing you. And it's so easy to see what they're doing to you, and you're just that little demon in you. It's like, don't listen to him. And I can tell you, people that I know right now are getting ready to go spend money and build this fucking satanic system into bigger than whatever. Like I've said, this is the biggest system of slavery ever devised by this fucking system of griffins, whatever you want to call it. It's big. They already control every country. They have for centuries. Okay? Real quick, the Jessies trying to get in Japan. The story is, listen to this. Japan, you don't fucking change everything. When you get to the top of any organization through TV, then you can corrupt the rest of the body, whether it be you or a nation. So these Jessies kept going over there, and you know what the Japanese was doing? Beheading them. Bam! Go get the fuck out of here. Them Jesuits don't stop. They're the real virus. They just keep coming and coming and coming, and then they get to the top, and then once you get to the top through TV or through China or Japan, then you slowly change. You slowly change the structure and then form it into the image that you want, which is fucking disgusting, 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 ignorant Ahrimanic beings. And that's it. It's not hard. It's like Mexico. Listen, any preacher you see wearing black, that represents Saturn, whether they know it or not. That shows you in Mexico, it's all Catholic. No, get the minds and shit. Get the fuck out of there. That's the Jesse Saturnalia Jessies. And that's how long that Saturn has been in that fucking nation, that fake land. In every land here. We've already done the videos. The Vatican sent 5,000 priests of Saturn over here in the middle of the 1800s. And remember, there was a spiritual war going on around in 1879, and they say specifically in November of 1879, we lost. Because we had mediums, we had fucking sorcerers sitting there literally fighting on the other side for your souls. To those of y'all against me and others. Now, you're that fucking being that we lost and they've created through your DNA. Don't listen to me. We're going to go inside every night and eat pills. You're an Ahrimanic fucking satanic being. I'll blow your mind. But you don't have it in here because you have a fucking Disney heart. Don't you say nothing. And then when you challenge the Ahrimanic spirit in there, you lash out. Because it threatens your compulsion to go consume everything that Ahriman's fucking food is that creates diseases. I love you. I gotta go.